Oh, I hope you had a fantastic Christmas holiday season. Merry Christmas, everyone. Good to see you here. Now that we're past Christmas, maybe you're still in the throes of all the gifts you received over the holidays. Maybe you're having fun with family. Maybe you're thinking about joining the gym to get rid of all that excess food that you took on during the holiday season. I was good. Okay, I had an hour where I let myself eat anything I wanted to eat. And then I'm like, okay, I think I'm good. But today I want to share something that's big news uh, that's coming in 2024, but I want to let you know about it right away. And then I'm going to give you a lesson about, because we have New Year's Eve coming up just around the corner. I'm gonna give you tips on how to take better pictures of fireworks. So stay tuned. Let's roll the music. Well, here we are. This is the last stream for 2023. Kind of crazy how fast the year has gone by, right? Well, I'll make sure that I make this one very special for you, but I want to remind you I'm here every single week on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, on Twitter, just for you to help you get further along in your life with tips about photography and so much more. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube there at MJS Photography. You'll find me there every week. Go back and see all the old broadcasts and, of course, the new ones. Catch me live here every week. I got a lot to share with you. Speaking of which, I've got big news to share today, and I can't wait to dive into that. But before I do, as always, I need to sip my green tea. Last green tea of 2023, right, baby? Let's get rocking and rolling. Let's dive into this because I've got some big news I want to share with you. So, back at the beginning of this year, I had this idea to really bring a dream of mine to life. And I want to tell you all about it and show you the process. The idea was to turn images that I had into really like a story that everybody can experience. I think before the pandemic, I was debating about putting this out or not, and then I decided for sure after the pandemic, don't hesitate because we don't know what happens tomorrow. Let everybody have these stories because life is precious and we don't know what happens next. So let me just dive in and tell you all about this. I want to introduce to you right now something super cool. Let's go right into it. Introducing Aretha Cool. Maybe you're wondering, what is Aretha Cool? Well, in March of this year, actually, I began the end of February, I did a Kickstarter for a book project. I had the idea for quite a while. I was going to do it in 2019 and hesitated, and then COVID happened and I had to stop. But then after the pandemic was over, I jumped in and made this book idea come to life, went to Kickstarter, raised the money to make the book, and then we got to work. Once I raised the money, went into designing the book, production, and my publisher started printing the book. So these are pictures from the factory in China as they're going through and putting the book together. So they're in the factory, seeing it all come together, on the label, laying it all out, making sure all the color is correct, all the press proofs are right. I had to get them here in Japan, sign off on them, send them back to them so you make sure we got it just right. We went back and forth like 3 or 4 times doing this to make sure what I saw was exactly what I wanted, making small tweaks along the way, making sure that they got everything just perfect. And that took a little bit of delays because of that back and forth for a bit. But I'm happy to say the book is now being printed and actually in this very moment on a ship on its way here to the States. So super happy to have the book now at this point. The book will come out actually in February of 2024. So I'm looking forward to the brand new year and all that comes with it. And one of those things is, yes, the brand new book, Aretha Cool. I worked with Aretha for 13 years and captured a lot of amazing moments and a lot of stories that were great that no one knows except for me. And I want to share that in this book, tell the stories, share the pictures, and so much more. And you can get your copy right now at arethacool.com. Now, what's so cool about this book, there are two versions of the book. This is the standard edition, of which, of course, there are many copies. One for you and probably everybody you know. So tell all your friends for sure. But then there's a special edition. This one, there are only 100 copies. Out of those 100, 60 were sold through the Kickstarter. So there are only like 40 of these left. This is definitely a special collector's item book because each book is signed, of course, but it's also numbered 1 through 100. So the person who has number 1, 100, number 50, number 72, those are special books. Each book cover is numbered, each book is numbered, each is signed. And when you take that book out of its casing, that clam covered casing, there are other goodies hidden below it. They're making this definitely a special one-of-a-kind collector's edition. Now, the release date is February 14th, Valentine's, which is appropriate for the Queen of Soul, right? I love that, loved Aretha, and I think it's a great day to release this book in the new year on the perfect day for her. Now, you can just go to arethacool.com. As you go there, you're going to see ways to order the standard edition, which you have here, the intimate portraits, and you'll go there, add to your cart, bam, the book will be there after the 14th once it gets here. Then there's a special edition as well. Now, there are 100 copies in circulation, but only 40 copies available at this very moment. So if you want one of these, grab it fast while they are still available. Also, as you go to the site, you can flip through and see the first few pages of the book. So go to the site, check it out, flip through, see if it's right for you and your family and friends, aunts, uncles, whatever. Order them a copy, order one for you. Do so at arethacool.com. This is where you can get a taste of all the stuff that people don't talk about. All the movies, both movies, the books, they're all done at a time before I ever met Aretha. So this book is really the only book out there, only item out there that talks about those last years. I shot for 13 years, the last 13 years of her life. And I have that in the book. It's the untold stories of Aretha and so much more. And I can't wait to share this with you. I'll tell you a cool story. On every shoot I did with Aretha, she only wanted to hear her music. And that led to a lot of amazing stories. And I share all those stories in the book. Now, this is my story of Riri, Aretha Franklin, and our time together, our collaborations together. I want to share that with you because it's really a piece of history. And if you love her music the way I do, and I know you do, check out arethacool.com. Now, normally I take questions, but it's the end of the year. We won't do any questions today. I want to go right into telling you how you can take better pictures of fireworks. Make sure you have the right settings, the right gear, and capture the moment because fireworks, they happen fast. New Year's Eve goes by fast and it'll be over in a flash and you might miss the shot unless you do a few things. So let me make sure you have your settings right, you have all the tools you need, the right lens, and capture your best fireworks ever. This is all for you as we dive into the last moments of 2023 and into the first moments of 2024. For those who don't know, my name is Matthew Jordan Smith. I've been a photographer for over 35 years doing what I love. I'm also a Nikon ambassador. I'm based in Tokyo, but I'm an American Nikon ambassador, born in Brooklyn, and I love sharing the joy of photography. Today, I want to give you some tips about New Year's Eve photography, capturing fireworks. It is a lot of fun, but you got to make sure you are set to capture these moments as they happen and get the full glory, the full color, and so much more that comes with fireworks. So these fireworks were taken in Japan, in Tokyo, as a matter of fact, where you have a lot of fireworks throughout the summer. So you get many opportunities to go out there and practice and get great fireworks that show the city or the fireworks or the people, get all of it. So let me just share my tips about this. I love showing the people, not just the fireworks. So very often I'm trying to get silhouettes of the people in the fireworks, because that means you're low to the ground. So maybe you're intentionally letting people get in front of you and you're capturing them. Now, to highlight them, I've got to make sure I'm exposed for the fireworks so that they go dark and I get their silhouette. Once you get that, and it takes a fraction of a second for it to happen, you got to be prepared and focused, all of that, to get that shot. I'm focused on this man's silhouette and letting my fireworks go a little softer, but that's the point, to make sure he's the focus in this one. So I'm low right behind him and making sure I hopefully get a fireworks that happens right in that place. So I was lucky. It did take a few times to get this, but once it happened, I was so happy. Then, of course, there's a time when you want to get the entire feeling, everything around you. So here it's a different fireworks where I'm getting actually the whole scene. I'm getting the river. They always happen on the river in Japan. I'm getting the crowd. I'm getting the city. I'm getting Tokyo as well. So you get all, even getting the moon in this one is a great night to capture everything. And again, just showing you that difference being up close where I'm down low to the ground. I'm still using a tripod, but it's a small tripod, a very low tripod, like a platypod. And then I'm getting this full big bang to show the essence of the feeling of it, the people all around, that one person in the middle. And then here we are again showing the full scene. Now, I shoot both of these the same way. I just use a different tool. I'll use a low tripod or I'll use a big standard tripod. And this is the important part. The settings on your camera. When you're shooting fireworks, they're very bright, like the sun almost. So I'm going to shoot where I'm closed down on my lens, like f11, f16. I'm going to use a low ISO, like ISO 64 or 100. You want to have that low. You don't need, I know you might think because it's dark, you might need a high ISO. It's the opposite. Fireworks are bright when they burst like the sun. So you want a low ISO, cut down the light, go to f11, f16. And I like being at 1 second. So you're timing it. I also use a remote so I can just not get any shake from my hand on the camera. And my remote, I can just trigger my camera and capture the moment. I like that. Now, you do need a good tripod. So look at all these photographers. They all have their tripods and they're there with their seats. And we are all waiting. For photographers, you want to get there early and stake out your spot. This is hours before the fireworks happens. But look at all the people who are there waiting for the moment. And you want to have, yes, a wide lens. So I can capture everything. I want to capture the sky, the people, all of that. All these pictures, I'm using a wide lens to capture the moment and get everything. And of course, I've got a sturdy tripod. You don't want a flimsy tripod when you're shooting fireworks. You want it rock steady. And of course, yes, you do want a wide lens. The widest one you have, a 24 or like a 14 to 24, something wide to capture everything. And of course, get there early. So Bring your drinks, bring your blankets, make sure you're comfortable because you're probably waiting for a while. I was there hours before to find my spot, like all these other people with their tripods, cameras, blankets, to sit out there, wait for the great fireworks. And it's worth it. I love that stuff because that's how you get your spot, get the perfect angle for you, and get your fireworks and enjoy it. So, this holiday season, this New Year's Eve, make sure you have the right tools. Make sure you also have a remote so that you can make sure you can use without moving your camera as you go into 1 second. You can also use your camera on bulb so it stays open as you hold down your remote, then let it go. So I play around with that, but I do like using the 1 second rule. Usually that works very well for me, and I get great color, the burst, and you're timing the burst as well. So once they go off, you hear it, you open your shutter and let it stay open for that 1 second, and you get images like this. And once you do that, you'll be so happy as you look through and share your amazing pictures from your New Year's Eve or any holiday season where they're having fireworks, July 4th or whatever. This is how it happens and comes to life. I love this stuff. And I do love being here to tell you how to take better pictures for the end of the year. Maybe these are your last pictures for 2023 or your first pictures of 2024, depending how long your fireworks last where you are. Make sure you just capture the moment. And as you're doing so, think about lighting. I love talking about lighting. As a matter of fact, I teach a course on lighting for photographers. If you want to become a better photographer with your lighting, come and join me at Photography Lighting Course, where I teach all about light in every single way. You can do so by just going here to the QR code or simply going to photographylightingcourse.com. There are several ways you can join, from just coming to our live sessions that happen once a week, or going to one-on-one trainings, or just going and joining the full course. Either way, we are there for you to help you take your photography, your business, your passion, whether it's a hobby or a full-time thing. Come and join me and let's get better together. All right, everyone, I want to thank you for letting me share all this time, all this year, share the joy of photography and so much more. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube, do so right now. I'll be here to start the year with you every single week. So thank you for your time. Happy holidays. Stay safe. I hope you have everything you want this year and in the new year. But first and foremost, be safe. Here's to your health. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy New Year's. For my friends in Japan, Happy New Year as well. Take care, everyone. Yoroshiku